So, welcome everyone to the Fast Track Aromatherapy program. And we want to thank you all for being here with us today and also being with us yesterday. We had such a wonderful time at our master class. And today we're going to show you the things that we're going to continue on to make you have a better aromatherapy experience with our Fast Track Aromatherapy program. And you can ask us any questions you have about aromatherapy. All right, so Zoe, if you change it to the second slide, that would be super. All right, so Ruth said that we are on our second slide. So, welcome to the Fast Track program and discover the powerful art of aromatherapy safely and effectively through our hands on experience that we're going to be doing. So, during our coaching calls, we will be having blending and we will be talking to you about how to understand the plants and how to understand the essential oils. So we're going to talk to you really, it's going to be more hands on, and you will have to bring your essential oils because we're making formulations, especially when we get into all of our body systems. And that way you'll come back with formulations and you'll be able to start working with your clients within the first 6 weeks of our course. You're also going to learn how to holistically use essential oils, just like you saw Zoe and Lynette do yesterday. They really showed you how they worked with their clients on an emotional, mental, and physical level. They helped their clients be able, like Lynette, sleep better, and Zoe's client was able then to see herself better, her self-image. She had more self-confidence after using the essential oil blends and doing the little reflexology on her and doing her self massage. We also will study the scientific based properties of essential oils, as you saw Zoe and Lynette do yesterday with the chemical constituents, and as we went through the chemical families, and you saw how we worked like that. So we're going to we make it fun and easy. And that's what a lot of people have told me. They said, Lorrie, in your program, you make chemistry fun. And we truly do. We make it easy where it's not a big deal. People go, oh my goodness, chemistry. Well, don't worry. We will help you through all of that. And you will study also the scientific basis of hydrosols and carrier oils, because a lot of times in aromatherapy, we just talk about the essential oils. We really don't talk about carrier oils and hydrosols, but in our course, we do, and you're going to learn how to blend those together. We also have a very supportive team. As you can see here, Ruth and Zoe are on here with us today. And so that way they can help you realize your ambitions and your dreams with aromatherapy. That's what Ruth does. She's the person who works with the business part of our team, and Zoe works with our botany and our anatomy. And then we have Sue, and Sue who works with our curriculum. So we have a very supportive team. And in 9 months, we are going to get you where you will be ready for the registered aromatherapy program. Once you finish our exam, you will then be prepared to be a registered aromatherapist and to sign up for their exam. And our program will start September 19th. That is 10 days from now, I believe, or 9 days from now, it will start. So, and I'll be in California by then. So Zoe, would you please put slide 3 up for me now? And I will check with Ruth. Slide 3 is up. Okay, super. So as I said before, we're going to have a lot of hands-on experiences. We think by you doing the things is the way you learn. And this here was a class that we taught. Uh, it was our emotional healing workshop. which you guys, when you sign up for this class, you get the first day free. Okay, you get our 1 day introduction to emotional healing for free, and that's part of your class. So we will have that class will be on October 18th. So mark your calendar for that. So that way, when you get signed up for this, you sign up for that and you don't have to pay for it. It's a bonus. But this is where we were doing hands-on reflexology with partners. And so this is what we teach. This is why Zoe knew how to do a little reflexology treatment on her client. And most of our students know how to do this. Or you can teach your client how to do some self-massage and some self-reflexology, if you're not comfortable with that. Uh, so our coaching calls are very hands-on. You're going to learn formulation, and we have them once a week. It will be on Thursday at 1 p.m. Eastern Time, so mark your calendar for that. Thursday, 1 p.m. Eastern Time is when our coaching calls will be. And next slide, Zoe, slide 4. All right, so blending essential oils and carrier oils safely and effectively. We are going to be teaching you the difference between an acute and a chronic condition, and we will be teaching you how to use the essential oils for those different conditions, okay? And my internet is starting to work better so I can see your slides, so thanks. Now, we'll be teaching you how to work on the different conditions of people. And in the body systems, you will learn how to use essential oils for different body systems. Say, for example, we're in the circulatory system. You will learn how to make a blend for varicose veins, for example. And we have a fantastic case study on that Carla did, where she helped a woman who was in her 80s recover from her varicose veins. And so you'll learn how to do that too. So each system, we will have one formulation where you'll make something hands-on. Okay, number 5. Okay, it didn't switch for me this time. So understanding the true nature of essential oils. Because I have over 35 years of experience, 36 years now, understanding the true nature of plants and of essential oils, we think it's important that you understand the botany. And again, don't get yourself, upset and think, oh my gosh, I can't do that. Yes, you can, because Zoe is going to be teaching the botany. And Zoe just finished the cold plant in Paris, and she gives botanical walks all the time, and she has some fun things that she's going to be doing with you, so that way you learn the botany. And this is something that is so important, because when you start working with essential oils all the time, you need to know botanical names. So that way you understand what you're buying and which one you need to be using correctly on your client. For example, what you would use on a small child, that would be different. Like when we work with thyme, right? We're going to use sweet thyme. And when we work with an adult, we can use the red thyme or thyme CT thiaminol. So we saw a little bit of that yesterday when Zoe did her case study. She used sweet thyme. And so this is something that is very important for you to understand, and also will be important when you go to take your exam to be a registered aromatherapist. Okay, slide 6. Let me see if it's up. All right, so slide 6. This one is about our support as instructors. So I am your master instructor, and I will be teaching you through most of your modules. You will have modules also with Zoe, as I stated before, and she will be speaking to you about the botany and working with you on the anatomy. Then Sue Griffith is our curriculum manager. Sue has 40 years of experience teaching. What she did is at the University of London, she taught master students who were teaching children with learning challenges. So that means dyslexia, autism, any kind of learning challenge. So if you have any kind of challenge like that, any kind of learning challenge, we have someone on staff that can help you. So if you have difficulty with writing things, we have ways for you to be able to do your case studies and not be able to not have to write them. You can do things, through a dictaphone and things like that. So, and then also, if you're having any challenges with certain things, Sue is there to help you with it. So she is in charge of the curriculum, and she's in charge of the research papers and the case studies. All your homework is sent to me, and case studies, all the things you do with your case studies is sent to me and Sue. So you'll have an aromatherapist who will help you with your case studies, and then you're going to have someone who is a professional who has been doing this for 40 years, doing case studies and research papers. She has written a book teaching teachers how to do case studies and things with children with learning challenges. So all of our students who have done case studies, they have been able to be published. Zoe's been published. Lynette is sending her things into the International Journal of Aromatherapy, and all of our graduates have been published in the AIA Aromatic in Action. Because once you do a case study with us, you just pop them in. You just send them off to all the different things, the NAHA, the AIA, and the IJ International Journal. So I think it's International Journal of Aromatherapy, IJA or IJPA, something like that. So you can start showing people how you have helped people. By you sending out that information, it helps others and also shows that you have become an expert. So, and you will have the support from us. You'll have an individual coaching call with Sue for the curriculum. You'll have an aromatherapy consultation with me. So those are both, Sue's is $150 normally what she charges for that, and I charge $300. So those are your bonuses that go along with the course. And then you have a weekly group coaching call every single week until we're finished with the fast track program. So number 7, Zoe, please. Great, thank you so much. So here is just some of our student reviews. Our student accomplishment accompanied by satisfaction are a priority for us. Your success is our success and happiness. And here's what Audrey had to say. Thanks to the aromatherapy certification program, I gained strong knowledge in aromatherapy and built my self-confidence, self-responsibility, and personal empowerment. I love attending the program and being part of the group during the entire program and want to continue being part of the community after I graduated. So she graduated and Audrey is in our group chats. So when you graduate, just like Lynette, she's already registered aromatherapist, and Zoe, we have a group chat every Tuesday, except the day we have our Common Sense community. And that day, we usually don't have a group chat. But you can ask me any questions. So you have 2 times a week that you can ask me any questions that you have. So we want to make sure that you understand that. Then Carla says, empowering, rewarding, confidence building, discerning, and integrating. Those are the positive words to describe how I felt after seeing my case studies finalized and passing the exam on essential oils through the Lorrie Hargis International School of Aromatherapy. So our students know what they are doing. Audrey worked with people with toenail fungus, and she got really into emotional healing because of our emotional healing class. And she does coaching now with people with essential oils, and she works with people on more of an emotional and spiritual level. Carla was able to help more people with depression, diabetes, varicose veins. And she already was a certified national health practitioner, and she also does biofeedback. So it was another tool in her kit, in her natural healing kit. And that's the reason why she did it. And she had such a wonderful experience. The man that she worked with who had diabetes, his blood pressure went down, and they also realized that he was having anxiety attacks the same time of the year. And after she started working with him, he never had one of those anxiety attacks. It was once a year it happened. He had to go to the hospital. He's never had one since. So we can see how they're all working, as you saw with Lynette and Zoe, how they're all working on their clients themselves and their families holistically. Okay, slide 8, please. So this is how it will work. The first week 1 through 6, you'll discover aromatherapy through the history. You'll have an introduction to the botany, the safety, the quality and applications of essential oils, as well as the chemistry and blending. So that way by week 6, you can start working, you can start making blends, you can start asking people to be in case studies with you. You can give them the ethics form and the history form, they'll fill that out, and you can start making blends. Anytime you have any questions about your client, you can send me an email, you can ask in group chat, or you can ask in our group coaching calls, because that's what I'm here for, is to help you be the better aromatherapist that you can be. Then week 6 through 20, that's when you'll start the case studies. You'll dive into the anatomy, and that's where we're starting on each system of the body. And we will be giving you formulations. So that way, say you do have someone who arrives with varicose veins, you'll have a formulation. And if there's something that you're stumbling upon, there I am again to help you. And Zoe can too. So this is a time that you are really going to be working in the systems, understanding that. You'll need one book for that, and that is called the Anatomy Coloring Workbook. So write that down. That's a book you'll need. You'll need my book, Common Sense, A Practical Guide to Aromatherapy. And you'll also need the Essential Oils Safety Book by Robert Tisserand and Rodney Young. All right, so Ruth, would you write those books inside the chat for them so they have that? Then week 20 through 32, you'll develop your client skills through your case studies. So when we have our classes, our group chat, our group coaching calls, what we'll be doing is we will be also showing you, we'll have some demonstrations on how to work with a client, how to talk to a client. And that way you can see how it's done. So you'll do that. You'll finalize your first 5 case studies is what you'll do, week 20 through 32. And then you'll choose your research paper topic. And usually you pick a topic that comes from one of your case studies. It makes it easier. And, you can talk to Sue about this and we can discuss that with you. And then we're going to be testing your knowledge in practical case studies and developing essential oil profiles. So usually in our coaching calls, we have one person who does an essential oil profile. Now, the person who's been doing them, she's been doing very detailed ones, but these are going to be more short and simple, 3 to 5 minutes long. And you guys will be doing this because this is how I learned aromatherapy, was through developing essential oil profiles. And it's just a fantastic way to learn. It's also a way for you to share and start. You don't have to present yourself or show yourself on screen. You can do it in a little Word file and pop it up. You don't have to know PowerPoint or anything like that. If you do, fantastic. So this is a way for you to start sharing about essential oils. And it's a way for you to also start thinking about, how am I going to be working in this? And that's where you will have, we will have a call with Ruth too, and she will help you with the business part of it. You're going to, in the marketing part of yourself. A lot of our students find that they find a niche. And one of our registered aromatherapists, for example, Penny Cheney, her niche is animals. She started doing her case studies and she started having all these animal case studies. And she ended up being published in the AIA. She has done a bunch of stuff with animals. So that became her niche. And I don't know, Zoe, but there we go. And we have people now like that are focused on, for example, they're focused on just working with physical things, and like Audrey is emotional things. So, and we have some people who are working with dentists, who are just doing nothing but working with dentists. So there's many ways to do it. We've got some people who work in just reflexology. Some people just do it in massage. It's what you, and you know what you'll find out is, you'll find out where your niche is. You'll find out really who are the people and what is the area that I want to focus my aromatherapy business in. And we can help you with all that. And then week 33 through 40, you're going to finalize your last case studies and your research paper. And you're going to learn in detail about the chemical families. And we're also going to go and we're going to revisit the botany and all your major modules, because we got to prepare you for our exam. And our exam is as close as we can get it to the registered aromatherapy exam. We have all the same parts and we have 200 questions just like they do. Now, we can't know their exact questions, but we do our best. And each module, you will have quizzes, and then the answers will be sent to you. And we want you to make sure that you download all those and keep those, so that way you can study those for our exam. And then when you go and take the ARC exam, and then you'll become a registered aromatherapist. None of our students have ever failed the ARC exam. It's 100% across the board. Everybody has succeeded. Okay, next slide. Okay, so how do you sign up? The cost for it, full payment, is $2,597. And our payment plan is $997 with 6 payments of $284. The deadline is September 14th, 2024. That's this coming Saturday at midnight Pacific time. Okay? Now, if you are a student who's upgrading, that's different, because a lot of our students are going to upgrade to this class. And so that's different. We've sent you a separate message. If you are a Common Sense community member, then you have a special code, because all Common Sense community members get a special discount. So we just want you guys to know that you need to be signed up by the 14th, so that way on the 19th you're ready and raring to go. On the 13th, I leave to California. So I will be in California when the class starts. Zoe, Ruth, and Sue will be in France. All right, so next slide, please, Zoe. So this is the time for you to ask your questions. And I'm going to go into the chat to see if I can see the questions. And Ruth has put in the links to and she's put the books in here too for you guys. So does anybody have any questions for me about this? One of the questions that we get a lot is how many hours a week will this take? You know, it depends on how you learn, but usually it's between 5 and 6 hours a week. And when you start doing your case studies, it could be a little more because you're going to be seeing people, right? And those people, you're going to make time for them. So, you know, that is part of it too. So just remember that. If you already, how many of you already have a natural health business? Raise your hand. Okay, one of you does. Great. This is different than our regular program because our regular program is you are just doing it on your own. That's our regular program. And this program, and you do have coaching calls, but it's only twice a month. And this way, you're having coaching calls every week and you are going through the information and we are making sure that you are understanding everything. So we're really following you. We follow you on the other one too. No doubt we do. It's just that it will be 1 hour. So we'll have it on Thursdays. Lisa asked her question. Did that 1 hour at 1 p.m. So it'll be like 1 to 2 p.m. And Tuesdays, it's just at 9:30 a.m. Our group chat on Facebook. It's on Tuesdays. It's the second, third, and fourth Tuesdays of each month. So that way you put that in your calendar too. And Nancy, did I answer your question well enough? Oh, you're welcome, Salisa. Thank you. All right, so here it is. What homework? Here we have some other questions that we received. What homework is required? How is it submitted for correction? So you have homework. You don't have homework with every single module, but you do have homework in the first module and you have homework in the second one and quite a few. But most all of modules you have a quiz and those you take. It's all online. It's done on our site, on our members site, and then you receive the answers by email. And for your homework, you send your homework to me at my email address. And then what I do is I then send you back with the corrections and I put final on it if it's finished. And then you upload it to our member site on your profile is what you do. And someone said, do you need to buy any more books than what no, those 3 books are the books that you need. Now, if you already have a library of aromatherapy books, then you know you can use those. You need books, and we teach you how to find references, you know, on Google Scholar and also the National Biotechnology Institute on that one too. And yes, Salisa asked for the upgraders, is the CSE member discount subtracted? Yes, it is. It's already subtracted. The information I already sent you, Salisa. Yes, great question. Is there any age limit for students to be accepted? No, there is no age limit, and there is no prerequisite. Anybody can come in as long as they can read and write. They're old enough to read and write. And here's another question. How easy is it to remember all the information? Well, you will remember the information easily because of the quiz that you take. You'll download all of your information from the site and make yourself a book, and it's a big book because and you'll be able to study that. And when you take our exam, you will be able to have an open book. Now, when you take the exam for ARC, you cannot have an open book. So this way, our exam will get you prepared for that. This fast track program gets you to be a registered aromatherapist in 1 year. And most programs aren't like that, and our regular program is not like that either at all. So this is, you get on it, you get it done, you learn the things, you help people, and then you become a registered aromatherapist, and you're on your way to start your business or to build your business with aromatherapy. And another question, is this a hard course to do if you haven't studied for a while? We make it as simple and as easy as possible and fun. So if you haven't studied for a while, you haven't been in the university for a while, no problem. We will help you every little step along the way because we all understand that if you haven't studied for a while, you know how it is. Any other questions does anybody else have? All right, it looks like our questions are answered. We will send you this recording so that way you can listen to it again. And how many of you, it looks like we have a couple people. How many are interested in signing up, getting signed up? And that way you guys can really be the better aromatherapist that you'll ever be. We're excited to have you all with us. And as you see, you will be doing things just like Lynette and Zoe and the rest of our students. Oh, fantastic. That's great. All right, we've got people who are interested in doing it. That's fantastic. We're so excited. I'm very excited to do this because I feel like us when you're just learning on your own, it's fine. And we have a coaching call, twice a month for that, and we do our best to keep everybody on track. But sometimes you can lose track. And I feel when we've done fast tracks before, because that's how we first started out our program, I feel that people learn better. And so I'm very happy to be doing this. In fact, it was my idea to do this again because I just felt like, the energy is not flowing when you're not moving along. Oh, I'll get to it later. Oh, I can do it later. Even though we have limits on our classes still, a year for this one, 2 years for that one. People let it slide because life, can get in the way, right? And that's why if we're there behind you and helping you make all the steps, you will succeed, just like our other fast track groups have. So we really want to see you succeed. That's our goal. That is our goal, is to see you succeed and you guys to be better aromatherapists than I am. That is the goal. That truly is the goal. So, all right, our next slide, Zoes. So join our Fast Track Aromatherapy program now. So think about it. If you have any further questions tomorrow or Friday, I will be on a plane. But if you have any questions tomorrow, then please send them to me so that way I can answer them. And then I'll also able to answer questions on Saturday after I get myself settled in California. And the Ruth said that the information for the emotional healing class, that is October 18th. So Ruth, if you want to put that in the chat, that comes with the program. The introduction, the 1 day comes with the program when you're in the fast track program. So the information on the the introduction is you will be learning breathing techniques. You will also be learning how to work with another person and discuss with them how to do storytelling with another person. You'll learn about how to do flower essences, how to use flower essences and essential oils together. And in the introduction, that is where you will be doing also, you'll learn the hand massage like you saw the two students doing in the photo before. So it starts at 11 a.m. Eastern time and it goes to 5 p.m. Eastern time is what it does. I think it's 5 o'clock. And then we have a 2-day introduction, which is the 19th and the 20th. So the 18th is the introduction, and then you can do the total immersion, which is where you really work on, you do a lot of work, inner work. It's a lot of inner work. We do more breathing techniques, and we do a lot of movement. So, and things can be done from a chair. You can do the movement if you can't get on the floor. You can do it in a chair. So it's 3 days and it's from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. And I believe it's $225 or $224. And if you do the introduction, it's $89. Did that answer did it answer your questions, Nancy? Let me see here. Let me go to the chat. My internet is so slow. I can't even get into the chat. Okay. Oh, wonderful. Okay, and then Ruth stuck the link into there for the total immersion. And like we said, it's fantastic if you sign up for the fast track program because you get that introduction included in it. And all of our students who took this class then feel so much better because we feel that our students need to understand how they can help themselves if they're feeling depressed or if they're anxious, and they can help other people. We have a lot of case studies on depression and anxiety and stress because of this class. And we had one student, he took the class and had a huge healing crisis during the class. And he said, I came to the class and thought, oh, I don't really need this class, you know. And he said, I had been divorced. And he said, I had just held everything in for my divorce. He said, I was drinking quite a bit of alcohol, but I thought, I'll just take this and maybe I can help somebody else with it, but I really don't need it. He took the class and he had been divorced about 3 years. And he truly had a healing crisis. He went through that during the class. It was a live class. They were there with me. The students were. We were in Indianapolis when they took the class. And he overcame and released the guilt that he had been holding within himself because he dated a little bit, but just really hadn't found anybody else. Within 6 weeks after he released all of that stuff, he found a person and he was able to communicate with her, which he wasn't able to communicate with his wife. He used the hand massage with his new partner. And now when they talk with each other and they need to, really communicate well with each other, what they do is they do the breathing together, they give each other hand massages, and they really talk it through. And he's now been married 3.5 years or 4 years now, and happily married. And he said, he stopped all the drinking, and it changed his life. I mean, one class. So you can see how the students, and he started working with people too with their stress, and he started working with animals with stress too, and it was really awesome. So you have some very good results from taking the emotional healing workshop. All right. Anything, let me see if there's another question. All right, that's it. Okay, if anybody else has a question, please feel free to ask, because that's what I'm here for. We've got a few more minutes. If anybody wants to ask another question, if you think of it. If you can't think of another question, then like I said, please send it to me to my email at Lorrie@lorriehargis.com. And we'd love to have you in the Fast Track program. I really enjoy teaching it, and I think you'll find that when you're in it. And thank you all for being with us today. And thank you, Zoe and Ruth, for supporting me and helping me, because my internet was so bad today. And thank you all for being here. We really appreciate all of you, and can't wait to see you signed up by Saturday and in our program a week from this coming Thursday. It's going to be awesome. All right, you guys have a great day, and don't forget your essentials. Use your common sense. Au revoir.